Hola amigos, today we're going to talk head flashings, and specifically we're going to talk head flashings that come on windows from the manufacturer. And there's a new vogue thing going on with these head flashings that I honestly don't really like, and that is that these are coming in plastic. So take a look. This is what the window head flashing on this Marvin Essential window looks like. It's just a sheet of plastic incorporated with the nailing fin. Some manufacturers nailing fins, you know, when you get in the higher and higher end windows, especially once you get into aluminum windows, will have an aluminum or metal nailing fin, and I prefer that strongly just because it's much more of a durable and strong nailing fin. These ones come on the windows, and I love the windows, and they're a great value. They're fiberglass, black on black. They look like steel, and again, incredible value, super energy efficient. I think they're a very durable window for the money, but I would use a different head flashing if I had my druthers. But again, it's what shows up with the window, and it's what we end up having to utilize. So what do I not like about them? Well, number one, I just don't like plastic stuff. I'm into building homes that last 100, 200 years. And I mean, while this plastic may live for that long, it's probably going to get weird and yellow is what I would imagine, kind of amber up and look silly after a while. So I don't like it for that reason. There's also some other things with these flashings that I think are very important that I want to bring to your attention. I think if they were aluminum flashings, people would think a little bit more clearly and use more common sense with them. But for whatever reason, when these windows show up, oftentimes these plastic head flashings are slid off a little bit to the side. Like this one's a very good example of the head flashing being kilted over to the side, right? So this is the edge of the window, and if I was going to flush up another material on this window, this is what would happen. You see that big triangle gap right here? That's what would happen. So then I would have to come slice this. But if I slice this off to flush it, take a look at what happens over here. I'm short, right? Because the manufacturer cut it to go from one side of the window to the other. So you see this right here? I had a big old gaping hole. So these things slide to a track. You can see this is the vertical leg, and you can see the track. So what's going on is whoever is installing these windows needs to actually understand what these head flashings are doing and how they commonly show up in the boxes. And they need to take a little mallet and tap the flashings down, whether it be a head flashing or the side nailing fin, tap it down into the track till it's flushed out to the side of the window and it's not sticking up like so. And then this one right here needed to be tapped from that other side, so it's flushed out to right here, and that's the proper install of these plastic head flashings. Now, there is something that can be done, even if you buy these windows and you have these head flashings and you install these properly, they can make these look more luxurious and more multi-generational. And that is to just purchase an aluminum head flash. You would purchase black in this instance, or you would purchase a dark bronze, just kind of depending on what color you're going for. And you would install that directly over the plastic head flash, and it would be flushed up on both sides. Or the best practice really is to have that thing stick out maybe like 1/32 or even a 16th, so that you just have a wee overhang, but when you put the adjacent material up to it, you still have it getting pretty stinking flush. So like if that was 1/32, it would make that adjacent material do that, and that's totally acceptable. So anyway, it's a new thing that I've been seeing for the last few years, and I think a lot of framers and window installers just aren't really tuned in to even what these plastic head flashings are and why they're there, and if they're permanent or if they're temporary or what, and they're not knocking them over as they should be. And if you're committed to excellence like we are, then you're going to have to go back and fix that exactly like we're going to have to fix these ones. But at the end of the day, we're going to get it right, and we hope you do too. Hope that helps. Adios, amigos.